Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Kendall Johnson. Today is an update for Mail Money Secrets. This will be review part 10. In the last review we did part 9, and prior to that was part 8. And in part 8 I believe I had mentioned that I was going to need a couple of weeks to test the program to wait for the results, because if I mail out flyers or if I mail out postcards, it's going to take more than 2 or 3 days for me to know what my results are. In some cases, it might take 5 days or a week for my mail to actually get delivered, depending on where it's going in the United States or Hawaii. So I knew I was going to need a few weeks to really get some details. There was no way I was going to be able to keep coming back every other day with information or with sales, because I just started the program in May. So there's no way that I would have any consistent flow of sales at this point, being that I just got in the program and you have to print flyers, you got to print postcards. You have to do all these things just to get your promotions started. So I've been working on getting promotions put together and getting the promotions out. And, they take a couple of weeks usually before you get a phone call or a sale or something like that. But the reason for today's video is because I recently started doing some other campaigns, basically just mailing out some other flyers. So I'm going to show you a little bit about that flyer here today, and I'm going to tell you about this because this was the first sale from this new thing that I started testing. And therefore I know it's going to work because I already have my first customer from today and they gave me some positive feedback from it. So I'm going to share that with you in today's update. Now, since the last time I made a video, I think I've had 3 sales in the program itself for the book, and one person has done the upgrade. And these sales that I have are, like I said, these are mostly from the original campaigns that I did in May, because I didn't get too much out for June, but the stuff that's going out in June, I have been sending those things out within the past days, past 2 weeks, right? I've been working on that. I had to wait some time to get materials ready to go out. Okay, so with that being said, let's go to the next page here. Now, for those of you who are familiar or not familiar with Mail Money Secrets, if you still haven't heard the phone call, this is the phone number that you can call. It's 24 hours, so if you are watching this at some time late in the night, in the morning, you can call this and give this a listen, because there's nobody there. This is a digital recorded call. It's a recorded call that's it's just like a recorded message, okay? So no real person actually picks up the phone. But you can call the recorded hotline and hear about Mail Money Secrets. This is what the postcard looks like, and this is what the back of the postcard looks like. Now, if you go to my website, which you would find in the comments, you're going to open up my flyer. Now, my flyer is not going to look like this here. Actually, no, you're going to open up my postcard on my website. But the flyer here is what I wanted to talk about in this video. Now, the flyer, I don't put it on YouTube because I specifically write out my flyers to mail to my prospects. And I'm not going to just put on a video for everyone to see the flyer I'm using and use the exact same flyer, word for word, or anything like that. So this is basically just my flyers covered up in the most important parts down the middle. But the main thing I want to point down to you here is that what I've created here is a flyer that I can mail out without the need of an envelope. Now, normally for envelopes, if I need 1,000 envelopes, I pay $100 for 1,000 pieces, which comes out to about 10 cents each. That's the best deal that I have found. I'm sure there's other better deals and stuff like that, but with tax and shipping, I pay a little bit under $100 for 1,000 envelopes. So I was wondering, is there a way that I can eliminate that extra $100 cost for envelopes? And the answer is yes. Now, not only have I tried this, but I tried it with this program. And my first sale that I got today using this method just confirmed to me that this was a working method. You don't need an envelope to mail out these flyers. So if you're somebody who's on the team, you already have the flyer, you already have the front part of the flyer. All you would need to do is take the second part of the flyer, which you see here on the screen, right? Which, like I said, I have this blacked out to not let everyone see what my messaging is. And you basically just print out the back side of the flyer right here, right? This page, you print this on the back side of the actual flyer. So you'll have this on the front of the flyer, what normally is the front of the flyer, and then you turn those pages over and you print out this message on the back. And what that will bring you is, let's see if I can find it here. Here we go. It'll bring you this right here. Once you fold it, this is what it looks like. Now, the first prototype, if you want to call it that, which is basically like, the first sample that I did to see if this would work, was this one right here. This is a photo that I took on the tabletop. And basically this is a picture when it was the flyer folded with my graphic design on the back of it. There are some additional graphics, but this is the one that I can show you here on the computer. So this is the blank, and then this is what it looks like when you fill out someone's name and address, where it's going to, and you put the stamp on it, right? So like I said, this is blank after you fold the flyer. This is what it will look like on the back of it. And on the other side, well, this is what will look like once you put the person's name and address here and the stamp on it. Now, you do have to adjust this properly to make sure it won't have any issues with the machines at the post office actually scanning and processing your letter. But I will give you the instructions in order to do this. So if you're either somebody who's on the team or somebody who's interested to getting involved with Mail Money Secrets, if you want to do a self-mailer like this, I already have a design that is set up. It's working. It's converting on 2 different ways. It's converting as a sales letter as itself, and now it's also converting as the sales letter with a self-mailing feature, meaning that there's no envelope required. I'm just sending out a blank flyer with no envelope, and it's getting to the destination, and I just had my first confirmed sale today, so it is converting as well. I did mail a decent amount of them, so I don't know what the end results will be. All of these things determine that, what mailing list you're using, even though, of course, as you probably know, I'm using a good mailing list to test this. So I don't know what the results will be from this. If I send out 500 flyers, everyone who's going to purchase something from me is not necessarily going to do it within the first 7 days. It could be 14 days. It could be 21 days. You just don't know with mail. That's why you have to consistently mail for a while before you actually know what your true results are going to be in the long term. So that's pretty much all I had for this video. This was mostly an update that I wanted to show about the fact that I have been trying, testing, and now getting results from my self-mailing flyer, which means I do not need to use envelopes anymore. And this is just something really cool that I put together because somebody sent me one day and it gave me the idea. And then, of course, I saw someone else in a different opportunity on YouTube giving some details talking about a self-mail that they had produced for their own program. So that's it. Join the program. Want to use the self-mailer, save some money on envelopes, get the flyer into the hands of people. You know, this is a really good program. You just have to work the program first. The first thing you do is sell the book. Once you have people who purchase the book for $100, if they decide that they like the book and the program and they want to join and participate and they want to go ahead and do an upgrade, they can upgrade to the $1,000 level, which is the Emerald level, just to get started at the high ticket portion of things. And they can earn $1,000 per sale by selling the direct mail marketing leads, which you get for the $1,000 purchase. Okay. So thanks for watching this video. Any questions, leave them below or reach out to me directly by phone and I'll be happy to answer your questions. Okay. See you in the next video.